one bright ray of sunlight in all this darkness that's happened recently in the Geto Boys is that Scarface actually announced that he's running for Houston City Council,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is really dope, and it really caused me to kind of take a step back and say, man, imagine if all these rappers across the country with with how many fans they have, their social media presence, the amount of marketing behind them, the amount of influence they have, if they stepped in and started doing what Scarface is doing and taking over local government, because that's really where the changes are being made. You're not going to feel what Donald Trump is doing for many years. You're not going to feel what happens on the state level for a long time. But on a local level, you could pass a law and make a change, and you'll feel that, a couple weeks from now.
It's funny, man. I thought about that yesterday. I thought about the exact same thing. I said to myself, this will probably usher in a lot of new candidates who come from the hip hop world, and artists, you know. So, and they would have a lot of juice, a lot of influence. And I think a lot of them, especially the ones who are conscious, are going to get something done because they really do care about the people. Like some of these cats would just be clowns. I mean, they clowns in their music, they clowns in their interviews, and they'll be a clown in city council. They'll be up in City Hall clowning on some stupid shit, wearing dresses and all kind of stupid shit. So those type of dudes, yeah, they're useless. But the cats who have their pulse on the community, who are servants to the community, to the people, who care about the people, I think they would be invaluable. And I think some of them are going to see what's going on, and they're going to realize that I can do this at the same time, because a lot of people that run for city council, they run for city council because they don't have the brand, they don't have the name or whatever, so they're going for that, and they're going for that power and influence. But we already have that. We already have the brand, the power, the influence, and the money. You see? So in many cases, if rappers actually ran, it would be a slam dunk.
Oh yeah, I mean, who's gonna run against Scarface? Like, you know what I mean? In Houston.
Oh,
Really?
he got about 14 opponents.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I mean, just the name recognition alone is just ridiculous. I don't know anybody I have apartments in New York and LA, and I don't know anybody who's in city council. I couldn't name a single person.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet you if Kendrick Lamar ran for city council, you know what I mean? Like, think about just the turnout that would happen. It would just be ridiculous. It would almost be unfair.
Yeah.
It would almost be unfair. So, bravo to Scarface, Brad Jordan for doing this. As soon as I saw it on his Instagram page, I instantly put it on my website and put it on my Instagram and pushed it hard myself. Because, we have a fan base in Houston as well. So I wanted everyone that may not have been following him to know about that. And like I said, when you look at this country, when you look at historically the disadvantaged groups that have taken themselves out of that situation, did that through public office. At one point, the Irish were the underclass in America. There were signs on businesses' doors that said no Irish need apply. So they said, okay, we're going to start taking over the police force. And like the stereotypical, Sergeant O'Nally, that's because so many Irish in New York started putting themselves in police chief situations that they started just taking over the police and then started taking over other public offices. And now, they managed to pull themselves up from their bootstraps. And now the Irish is no longer considered an underclass.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's great what Scarface is doing. I applaud it. I personally called him to let him know that. We're pushing it ourselves. And I really hope that everyone who sees this all the rappers, young, old, whatever, think about what you're doing and think about where you put your energy, because your energy really would be very, profitable in terms of the community and the help to the community doing something like running for city council and
Right.
winning on top of that.
Absolutely.